Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Naresh Mago and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar. Says center will help people avail cost-effective medicine. Khadi and Village Industries Commission breaks all previous records to create highest ever employment under Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program in financial year 2021-22. National Apprenticeship Mela 2022 to be organized across the country in over 700 locations on the 21st of this month. In Rajasthan, 11 people killed in a road accident in Jhunjhunu district. Center to organize a grand event to mark 400th Prakash Parv of Guru Tegh Bahadur at Red Fort in Delhi on Thursday. On the first day in Asian Wrestling Championship in Mongolia today, 3 Indian grapplers win bronze medals. And in IPL cricket, match between Lucknow Super Giants and Royal Challengers Bangalore underway in Navi Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today laid the foundation stone of the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine GCTM in Jamnagar, Gujarat. Prime Minister of Mauritius Pravind Kumar Jagannath and Director General of World Health Organization Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus were also present on the occasion. Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister of Bhutan Lothe Tshering and Prime Minister of Nepal Sher Bahadur Deoba conveyed their greetings for WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine through a video message. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar aims to bring ancient wisdom and modern science together. Mr. Modi was speaking after laying the foundation stone of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, Gujarat, in the presence of WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus and Mauritius Prime Minister Pravind Kumar Jagannath. The Prime Minister said the center should develop the holistic treatment protocol for specific diseases so that patients can benefit from both modern and traditional medicines.
भारत के जो अनुभव है उनको दुनिया के साथ साझा करना भारत अपना दायित्व समझता है। डायबिटीज, ओबेसिटी, डिप्रेशन जैसी अनेक बीमारियों से लड़ने में भारत की योग परंपरा दुनिया के बहुत काम आ रही है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस के माध्यम से योग प्रचलित हो रहा है और दुनिया भर में लोगों को मानसिक तनाव कम करने में, मन, शरीर, चेतना में संतुलन कायम करने में योग मदद कर रहा है। योग के दायरे का विस्तार करने में भी ये नया संस्थान अहम भूमिका निभाए, ये बहुत आवश्यक है।
Mr. Modi said the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine will immensely help to compile data for formulation of policies for safe and cost-effective use of traditional medicines. He expressed his thanks to Dr. Tedros, Director General of World Health Organization, for WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, Gujarat. The Prime Minister said, our country will do full justice to this new partnership of WHO with us by providing the best healthcare system to the world through this center.
मैं डॉक्टर टेड्रोस को विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि आपकी आशा और अपेक्षा के अनुसार हम खरे उतरेंगे। WHO ने ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के सेंटर के रूप में भारत के साथ एक नई पार्टनरशिप की है। ये ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के क्षेत्र में भारत के कंट्रीब्यूशन और भारत के पोटेंशियल दोनों का सम्मान है। भारत इस पार्टनरशिप को पूरी मानवता की सेवा के लिए बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के रूप में ले रहा है। ये सेंटर दुनिया भर में फैली पारंपरिक चिकित्सा से सहयोग से दुनिया के लोगों को बेहतर मेडिकल सॉल्यूशंस देने में मदद करेगा।
Prime Minister Modi also expressed his gratitude to the Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Kumar Jagannath. Mr. Modi expressed happiness that he accepted the invitation to visit Gujarat. Director General of World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, thanked Prime Minister Modi for this multiple facility WHO center.
The WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine that we are launching will help to harness the power of science to strengthen the evidence base for traditional medicine. I'm grateful to Prime Minister Modi and to the Government of India for their leadership in supporting this important initiative and the investment of $250 million to establish the center with an interim office, new location and building, and a 10-year commitment for operating costs. From the day I spoke to His Excellency Prime Minister Modi, his commitment was amazing, and I knew that this center would be in good hands, and that's what we're seeing. So thank you so much for your leadership, Your Excellency.
Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Kumar Jagannath, expressed happiness for setting up of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar.
Our country became one of the rare countries outside India where the practice of Ayurvedic treatment is duly regulated. Mauritius is committed to working with the WHO and partner countries like India. I have no doubt that refocusing on the traditional ways of healing will enable us to mitigate and cure various diseases and ailments that are afflicting the whole of humanity in today's stressful world.
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Lothe Tshering, also thanked Mr. Modi and said,
I thank Prime Minister Modi and Dr. Tedros for this kind initiative. We Bhutanese believe in tendril, an auspicious beginning which will lead to promising outcomes. We see the right destination in India, which has the oldest and most diverse practices in traditional medicine, the perfect timing as we finally see light at the end of the pandemic, and compassionate beings like PM Modi ji and Dr. Tedros to lead this initiative. I have no doubt that this initiative will be hugely successful and will offer traditional medicine its rightful place in our modern healthcare system.
Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said that Bangladesh is looking forward to partnering with the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine on critical issues like quality control, curriculum development and evidence-based research.
I am confident that the Global Center for Traditional Medicine will emerge as a global hub for evidence-based research and standards for traditional medicine. We appreciate the center's strategic focus on sustainability, equity, and innovation. It is important that the ancient knowledge base of traditional medicine be combined with modern science and technologies to optimize its benefits.
The GCTM will be the first and only global outpost center for traditional medicine across the world. It will emerge as an international hub of global wellness. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia and Union Ayush Minister Sarbananda Sonowal were also present on this occasion.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today laid the foundation stone of multiple development projects at Banas Dairy Sankul at Deodar in Banaskantha district of North Gujarat. He also dedicated to the nation a new dairy complex and potato processing plant at Deodar built at a cost of over 600 crore rupees. Beginning his address, the Prime Minister congratulated the people of Banaskantha for their hard work and spirit of resilience. Mr. Modi said innovative zeal has been seen in various products of the dairy.
Banas Dairy Sankul, cheese और वे प्लांट ये सभी तो डेयरी सेक्टर के विस्तार से अहम है ही। बनास डेयरी ने ये भी सिद्ध किया है कि स्थानीय किसानों की आय बढ़ाने के लिए दूसरे संसाधनों का भी उपयोग किया जा सकता है। अब बताइए, आलू और दूध का कोई लेना देना है क्या? कोई मेलजोल है क्या? लेकिन बनास डेयरी ने ये रिश्ता भी जोड़ दिया। ये भारत के लोकल को ग्लोबल बनाने की दिशा में भी एक अच्छा कदम है.
Mr. Modi said the project has helped in several ways to develop the region, including increasing the income of farmers. The Prime Minister also dedicated the Banas Community Radio Station. The community radio station has been set up to provide key scientific information related to agriculture and animal husbandry to the farmers. The Prime Minister also inaugurated the organic manure and biogas plant established at Zama. He laid the foundation stone of 4 gobar gas plants of 100 tons capacity to be established at Himana, Ratanpura, Bhildi, Radhanpur and Thavar. Khadi and Village Industries Commission KVIC has broken all previous records to create the highest ever employment under Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program PMEGP in financial year 2021-22. This is for the first time since the launch of the PMEGP scheme in 2008 that KVIC has established over 1 lakh new units in a financial year. These 1,03,219 units have been established at a total capital of nearly 12,000 crore rupees, out of which KVIC disbursed a margin money subsidy of 2,978 crore rupees, while the bank credit flow was nearly 9,000 crore rupees. With setting up of an unprecedented 1.03 lakh new manufacturing and service units and creation of over 8.25 lakh jobs, the PMEGP has emerged as the government's most powerful tool of self-sustainability in the year 2021-22.
National Apprenticeship Mela 2022 will be organized across the country in more than over 700 locations on the 21st of this month. Skill India, in association with the Directorate General of Training, is organizing the day-long Apprenticeship Mela across the country. Under the initiative, the aim is to support hiring of more than 1 lakh apprentices and assist employers in tapping the right talent and developing it further with training and providing practical skill sets. The event will witness participation from more than 4,000 organizations across the country, operating in more than 30 sectors such as power, retail, telecom, IT-enabled services, electronics and automotives, etc. In addition, the aspiring youth will have the opportunity to engage and select from more than 500 trades, including welder, electrician, housekeeper, beautician and mechanic, etc. A report.
The National Policy of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2015. It recognizes apprenticeship as a means to provide gainful employment to skilled workforce and adequate compensation. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has also taken several efforts to increase the number of apprentices hired by enterprises in the country. The aim is to fill the gap in supply and demand for skilled workforce and meet the aspirations of the Indian youth through gaining on-the-job training and securing better opportunities for employment. Students who have cleared at least Class 5 to those who have graduated Class 12, skill training certificate holders, ITI students, diploma holders and graduates are eligible to apply at the Apprenticeship Mela. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
More than 186 crore 72 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said more than 16,89,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. During the same period, a total of 1,247 new cases were reported in the country. The recovery rate is currently at 98.76%. A total of 928 people have recovered in the last 24 hours.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, says centre will help people avail cost-effective medicine. Khadi and Village Industries Commission breaks all previous records to create highest ever employment under Prime Minister's Employment Generation Programme in financial year 2021-22. National Apprenticeship Mela 2022 to be organized across the country in over 700 locations on 21st of this month. In Rajasthan, 11 people killed in a road accident in Jhunjhunu district. Centre to organize a grand event to mark 400th Prakash Parv of Guru Tegh Bahadur at Red Fort in Delhi on Thursday. On the first day in Asian Wrestling Championship in Mongolia today, 3 Indian grapplers win bronze medals. And in IPL cricket, a match between Lucknow Super Giants and Royal Challengers Bangalore underway in Navi Mumbai. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will confer the Awards for Excellence in Public Administration 2021 on the 21st of this month to mark the 15th Civil Services Day. The Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions Ministry said the Prime Minister Awards for Excellence in Public Administration have been instituted with a view to recognizing the extraordinary and innovative work done by districts and organizations of the central and state governments for the welfare of people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also release e-books on success stories on the implementation of the identified priority programs and innovations. A film on the award-winning initiatives will also be screened before the presentation of awards. The Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances will organize a 2-day Civil Services Day function in New Delhi from tomorrow. Minister of State for Personnel, Public Grievances Dr. Jitendra Singh will be the chief guest at the inaugural function. The 2-day event is expected to witness more than 2,500 participants. The University Grants Commission has taken a decision on a regulation for academic collaboration between Indian and foreign higher educational institutions to offer training, joint and dual degree programs. This was announced by UGC Chairman Professor N. Jagadish Kumar in a virtual meeting with the media today. He said this regulation deals with 3 different kinds of programs such as training, joint and dual degree. He said these kinds of training arrangements between Indian and foreign higher educational institutions will provide a great opportunity to the Indian students.
And now let us listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day. On the 19th of April 1910, Anant Kanhere, Krishnaji Karve and Vinayak Deshpande were hanged by the British for the murder of the magistrate of Nashik, Arthur Jackson.
स्वातंत्र्यात जगण्याचा माझा अधिकार माझ्यापासून कुणीही हिरावून घेऊ शकत नाही आणि वेळप्रसंगी तो प्राप्त करण्यासाठी मी प्राणांची बाजीही लावली. गुरुला गुरुदक्षिणा द्यायची वेळ आल्यानंतर असे घाबरून मागे हटलास? तुझ्या सहकार्यांना जाऊन सांग की हा अनंत लक्ष्मण कान्हेरे जॅक्सनचा वध करण्यास तयार आहे.
Magistrate Arthur Jackson was aware of nationalistic activities of Abhinav Bharat Society and was instrumental in getting freedom fighter Baba Rao Savarkar arrested and prosecuted. Krishnaji Karve, Vinayak Deshpande and Anant Kanhere decided to avenge Baba Rao's arrest and assassinate Jackson. As Jackson was being promoted and transferred to Bombay, a farewell function was organized for him at Vijayanand Theatre in Nashik on the 21st of December 1909.
When Jackson came to the theatre, Anant jumped in front of him and shot 4 bullets. Jackson was killed immediately. Ananta was caught and prosecuted in the Bombay court. Along with Anant, Krishnaji Karve and Vinayak Deshpande were also prosecuted and hanged on the 19th of April 1909. Their bodies were burnt by the prison officers, and even the ashes were not handed over to their relatives but were thrown into the sea near Thane. We salute the great martyrs.
We also remember freedom fighter Gangadhar Paraja, who died on the 19th of April 1943. A resident of Koraput, Odisha, Gangadhar participated actively in the Quit India movement in August 1942 in response to the nationwide call of Mahatma Gandhi to do or die.
Gangadhar Paraja was arrested along with other agitators during the Quit India movement. He was put in the Nabarangpur sub-jail as an under-trial political prisoner. During imprisonment, Gangadhar contracted chronic gastric ulcer due to the adverse unhygienic living conditions and lack of medical care.
Later on, he was admitted to the hospital for treatment on the 18th of April 1943. The Inspector General Prisons of the time conceded his department's responsibility for the unhealthy conditions prevailing in the Nabarangpur sub-jail.
Gangadhar and other political prisoners were shifted to Koraput district jail, and there Gangadhar Paraja died of heart failure on the 19th of April 1943. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember freedom fighter Shankar Dayal Mishra, who died on the 19th of April 1943. A resident of Raipur, Chhattisgarh, Shankar Dayal was born in 1919. He was an active congressman and was actively involved in the Quit India movement, as well as with public discontent over the prevailing famine-like conditions.
He was arrested with many others when the Congress organization in the province was declared unlawful. During August 1942 to March 1943, he was detained and brutally tortured in Raipur district jail and Jabalpur district jail. He died on the 19th of April 1943. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember freedom fighter Bidhuranjan Bhattacharya, who was martyred on the 19th of April 1930. An activist in the civil disobedience movement, Bidhuranjan was also a member of the Anushilan Samiti and took part in raiding Chittagong town on the 18th of April 1930. In the ensuing battle, Bidhuranjan was wounded and died on the 19th of April 1930. We salute the great martyr.
We remember Martyr Puran, a resident of Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, who participated in the First War of Independence in 1857. He joined hands with the independence activists of his area and fought the British forces in the Sagar region. He was captured by the British in the course of an engagement and was executed by hanging on the 19th of April 1858. We salute the great son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। इस बार का विषय है इकोनॉमिक्स। सवाल भेजने की अंतिम तारीख है 20 अप्रैल। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
FSSAI has launched Food Safety Connect app for food business operators and consumers. Download this app from Google Play Store and easily apply for FSSAI registration. Consumers can use this app to register food-related complaints. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation on the 400th Prakash Parv of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at the Red Fort in New Delhi on the 21st of this month. On the auspicious occasion, the Prime Minister will release a commemorative coin and postage stamp. 400 Ragis will perform Shabad Kirtan on the occasion. Addressing the media in New Delhi about the program, Union Minister of Culture G. Kishan Reddy said, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji stood up to the atrocities of the Mughals by protecting the freedom of dharmic faith.
The Union Steel Ministry will host National Metallurgist Awards 2021 tomorrow in New Delhi to recognize the outstanding contribution of metallurgists and engineers in the field of iron and steel. The program will be chaired by Steel Minister Ramchandra Prasad Singh. The Steel Ministry has instituted the National Metallurgist Award after extensive deliberations with the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding rationalization of the awards in line with the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The second edition of Khelo India University Games, to be held in the tech capital of Bengaluru, will have its own mobile app. This app was launched yesterday and is a single point reference for all the information on the University Games, to be inaugurated by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on the 24th of April.
A commander and associate member of terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba, Sheikh Sajjad, has been notified as a terrorist under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. In Rajasthan, 11 people were killed and 5 were injured when a pickup vehicle van overturned in Gudha Gorji police station area of Junjunu district this afternoon. District Superintendent of Police Pradeep Mohan Sharma told AIR that the accident took place when the pickup vehicle went out of control and overturned after hitting the tractor trolley which was parked on the side of the road. He said that all the deceased are members of the same family. He said that the seriously injured have been sent to Savai Man Singh Hospital in Jaipur. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has expressed condolences to the families of the deceased. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed anguish at the tragic accident in Junjunu and hoped for the speedy recovery of those injured. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said 2 lakh rupees from Prime Minister's National Relief Fund would be given to the next of the kin of the deceased. The injured would be given 50,000 rupees.
In IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore were 132 in 15.2 overs for the loss of 5 wickets against Lucknow Super Giants at the Dr. D.Y. Patil Sports Academy in Navi Mumbai when reports last came in. Earlier, Lucknow won the toss and elected to field. Last night, Rajasthan Royals beat Kolkata Knight Riders by 7 runs at Brabourne Stadium in Mumbai. In the 75th Santosh Trophy Football Championship, Services defeated Gujarat 3-1 at Kottapadi Stadium today. The match between Odisha and Manipur is underway at Payanar Stadium in Manjeri.
On the first day in Asian Wrestling Championship in Mongolia, 3 of the 5 Greco-Roman wrestlers of India, including Sunil Kumar, won bronze medals today. In the 55 kg competition, Arjun Halakurki defeated Davabandi Mokh Ardeen 10-7 in the bronze playoff. In 63 kg, Neeraj got the better of Uzbekistan's Islamion Bakharamov 7-4 to earn bronze medal.
Now let us have a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will experience a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. The minimum temperature will be around 27 degrees, while the maximum is expected to be around 41 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 33 degrees. Chennai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 29 degrees Celsius, and the maximum is expected to be around 35. Kolkata is likely to have a partly cloudy sky with a possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 34 degrees. Srinagar will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Jammu is expected to have a partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. Leh will have a generally cloudy sky. Gilgit will have a generally cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Muzaffarabad will have thunderstorm with rain. Visakhapatnam will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Hyderabad and Thiruvananthapuram will have a partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Bengaluru will have a partly cloudy sky. Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Aizawl, Kohima, Itanagar, Gangtok and Agartala will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar. Says center will help people avail cost-effective medicine. Khadi and Village Industries Commission breaks all previous records to create the highest ever employment under Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program in financial year 2021-22. National Apprenticeship Mela 2022 to be organized across the country in over 700 locations on the 21st of this month. In Rajasthan, 11 people killed in a road accident in Junjunu district. Center to organize a grand event to mark 400th Prakash Parv of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at Red Fort in Delhi on Thursday. On the first day in Asian Wrestling Championship in Mongolia, today 3 Indian grapplers win bronze medals. And in IPL cricket, match between Lucknow Super Giants and Royal Challengers Bangalore underway in Navi Mumbai. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.